Hello. My name is Henry, and I am an Oregonian. A year ago, I bought an electric car. No, it's not a Tesla. I have a 2013 Nissan Leaf. It goes 65 miles on an overnight charge. Sells for about 12,000 bucks. It doesn't use gasoline. All right? I plug it into a 110 outlet in my garage at night. It has no engine, transmission, spark plugs, timing belts, or exhaust. It doesn't stink or leave spots on the garage floor. With snow tires, it takes me skiing at Mount Bachelor all winter long. My Nissan Leaf has heated front and back seats and a heated steering wheel. When I'm waiting in traffic, my car is silent. Am I a hippie? No. I drive an EV because I'm good at word problems, like this one. Henry's wife commutes to Redmond, who spends $200 a month for gas. If Henry's wife drives an EV that instead uses only $6 a month in electricity, how awesome is that? But this is not a presentation on how expensive it is to drive an electric car or how math works, okay? I know that for a lot of Americans, an electric car is weird. But there are 5 reasons why every Oregonian needs an electric car. Number 5, Oregonians love the outdoors, and yet our cars create pollution. In Oregon, our modes of transportation are the single biggest contributor of greenhouse gas emissions at over 40%. For comparison, Oregon's industrial factories only account for 6%. We have 4.5 million cars in Oregon. We use them to get to the mountains. They take us camping. We go to bicycle races. We drive them to Whole Foods. Automobile pollution is a thing. Oregonians know this. It's time we take the next step to leave no trace. Number 4, Oregon does not have any crude oil or fuel-producing refineries, and yet $7 billion a year leaves Oregon to buy our gasoline. And then we pay for that fuel to get delivered back to Oregon via pipeline, ships, trucks, barges. It's dirty. We know that making electricity is dirty too, but way less in Oregon. Oregon is the 3rd largest renewable energy producing state in the U.S. About 70% of our electricity comes from hydroelectric power, okay? So when Oregonians start using our local utilities to power our cars, it keeps more of that $7 billion in Oregon. And Oregonians have an abundance of cleaner energy to draw from, okay? You get to decide, all right, where you put your dollars. Number 3, Oregon is home to a huge number of green businesses that produce EV chargers and battery systems. A UC Berkeley study found that every dollar we shift from out-of-state oil to EV use in Oregon creates up to 16 times more jobs in Oregon, all right? Our state built the West Coast Electric Highway. This is a thing. Oregon has the most robust statewide network of DC fast chargers in the nation. Oregon was the first state to install a DC fast charger at a ski resort. That was Ski Bowl there, okay? Number 2, all right? Now, if my car only has a range of 65 miles, how do I road trip? This is how. When I leave Bend, I drive all over Oregon, and I use these DC fast chargers, which only take about 20 or 30 minutes to charge my car, all right? My secret is for a flat 20 bucks a month, I can charge my Nissan at all of Oregon's air environment chargers. I've connected these dots to Hood River and Astoria and down the coast, and the answer to this road trip word problem is 67 cents a day. My number 1 reason to drive an electric vehicle is I can finally stop listening to Prius driving friends brag about their gas mileage. Actually, my wife says I'm kidding, and that's not my real number 1. My number 1 reason is that driving an electric car will force you to stop more often. Embrace this. You will get out of your car. You will discover new places that are not gas stations. Your electric car is one hell of a conversation starter, and it will change your life. On my way to Coos Bay, the DC fast charger that I had to use was in Elkton, Oregon at the Brandberg Winery. During the 25 minutes I spent charging my car, I learned all about and purchased a bottle of Gewürztraminer. And I don't even like wine. All right? Now, most charging stations that you see up here, these are at grocery stores, parks, cafes, city centers. To me, I feel like driving an EV is like bicycle touring. It involves a more relaxing pace, planning a route, discovering new places, and fielding lots of questions about your modes of transport. My only real regret is that I didn't buy an electric car sooner. I had been talking about it for years. I know it's personally that it's way easy to make excuses or put it off, but I encourage you to start looking at some of today's options and forming your own word problems. I love that Oregon is full of nature lovers, clean technologies, and environmental leadership, but as one car lover to a room full of others, I think it's time we take a deep breath and start replacing our Subarus with something that's more Oregonian. Thank you.